Okay friends, so starting with iron element, we'll first see how to include iron elements in the elements that we have created, and then we'll go on to make some adjustments to it to our needs. So starting with iron elements, the first thing that you also have to do is that you have to include the iron input tag. This is included out here in my case. Okay, in case your elements.html file is missing this tag, so just check and include it in your elements.html file, because if you don't include it out here, this thing won't work. Okay, so next thing we'll do is that we'll go to this place, and now we'll just try a simple the most simple iron input element possible. So we'll just give this thing a property of iron input. Okay, and just we'll give it a value to provide some data binding. And in case you don't know how this thing works, I have explained this thing in one of my earlier tutorials, so please go back and check out those, and after you have checked them out, then come back here, so that way you will have a better understanding of what's going on. So I'll just put in value out here, and we'll check whether this thing works or not. We just put in a break line also, line break. We'll put in a break. Okay, so now if we type something here like, okay, so now we see that as we are typing anything out here, this thing is actually binded to this property out here inside the curly braces, and that's why the below thing that's why this thing inside the b tags is also working. Okay, and also remember that there shouldn't be any spaces or any kind of letter inside of this word. If in case you just put in a space, this thing won't work at all. Okay, so we see that this thing is not working. Okay, so I'll just remove that. So I'll just explain how an iron input is actually made. So it's basically very simple. All you have to do is that you have to give an input property, input tag a property of is, and then give it is value of iron input. So that's basically the simplest iron input example present, and in the next tutorial I'll show you how to bind value and to do two-way data binding with iron inputs possible. And so definitely check out the next tutorial, and please subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it, and please leave your comments and suggestions in the discussion forum below. And thank you.